Greetings everyone, this is Danny from HarrTravel.com, your Royal Caribbean cruise experts, and today I'm on board the beautiful Radiance of the Seas. This ship gives its name to one of my favorite classes of ships ever designed, Royal Caribbean's Radiance class of ships. The ship was designed to cruise in Alaska. In fact, you can see a totem just behind me. And what's unique about this is it's a Panamax size ship. It's one of the largest that could fit through the old Panama Canal. So this ship has been cruising between Alaska, the Caribbean, and heading through the canal. It's also been over in Europe and all around the world. And what we hear over and over again is that our cruisers absolutely love it. There's so much incredible glass here, amazing views to be had from all parts of the ship, but it has all of your favorite Royal Caribbean features. An amazing kids club area, phenomenal entertainment, great dining venues, and everything you've come to love about a Royal Caribbean cruise. Now I'm going to take you through every single public space here on board the ship, but keep in mind when you're ready to book your next Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, or Silver Sea cruise, make sure you reach out to Harr Travel and do it right on HarrTravel.com. You can take advantage of our interactive deck plans to pick the perfect room or suite for you, your friends, family, or group at an incredible value and get the Harr Travel signature service every step of the way. Now we've started up here right above the pool deck. You can see the pool deck down below behind me. You've got the sky bar up above. They're going to provide drink service for all of this sun deck area up here. You can see there's loungers behind me there. You can also see the walking track just behind me as well. So this is the area where you're going to get a lot of sunlight. Right down below me, you're also going to have a shaded area where they're going to have more of these loungers. In the middle, you've got a good sized pool there. Now all around the pool, you're going to have a seating area where you can sit and put your toes in the shallow water of the pool to cool off. You're also going to have 2 hot tubs there on the sun deck. You've got lounge chairs that are out in the sun facing the pool, and then you also have those loungers that are facing back out to the incredible ocean views. Now, every great pool needs a pool bar. You've got that right behind there. They're also going to provide drink service to all the loungers all around the pool area. And then on the opposite side, you're going to have a large LED screen. You can watch some of those first run movies, sporting events. They utilize this for all kinds of different options here on board. Tucked just behind the large TV, you're going to have the bandstand. In fact, when they start up here again in just a few minutes, I hear the steel drum, a little bit of those reggae rhythms, and I know that I'm ready to head out to see and enjoy an incredible time here on board. Now we're going to head forward once again. We're up here one deck above the pool. I wanted to point out you're going to have more of these loungers here. I'm on the walking track right now. So you've got the loungers here facing out at the ocean views. You're also going to have loungers all the way along the side here. Now just to the side is the Magradome for the Solarium. Now we'll take you down there in just a minute, but I wanted to point out what it looks like from up here. You can see you've got the large roof. It's got a track there so they can slide it open depending on the weather wherever in the world you are. Now from here, you've got more of the loungers down on this side, and we're going to wrap all the way around to the front of the ship, and then you can also head up a deck to visit a couple different sun deck options. Now one deck above, you're going to find up here on deck 13, you have quite a bit of sun deck space. So you're going to have these loungers that wrap all the way around the front of the ship. It's a great place to be if you're in some of the scenic areas. You can see you have a little lower balcony here, and then as you wrap around, you've got a little bit of a glass feature here as well. But all this wraps all the way to the front of the ship. Now we just stepped down a deck to deck 12. They're going to also have a viewing area here. Once again, this is the walking and running track continuing around. And then down on deck 11 as well, there's a staircase down, and you also have those forward-facing views. So depending on where you are in the world, sometimes in Alaska, you may want to be down on the promenade area. You can get some closer views, but if you have a telephoto lens, this might be that perfect place to grab the perfect shot. Now we're inside the beautiful Solarium. Now with this ship being designed with Alaska in mind, it's really incredible and really important that they have this massive amount of indoor climate controlled space. So you've got the Magrodome up above me. It is retractable, so depending where in the world they're sailing, they can open that up. And right here in the middle is the large Solarium Pool. You've got a seating area around the side where you can sit and put your toes in the water. Of course, you've got a full swimming pool here, and then you see the elephants just behind. Now, each of the 4 solariums on the Radiance class ships are decorated slightly different. I love the decor here with the huge elephants just behind me. Now, you're also going to have sculptures throughout. Right in the middle, behind the pool, you're going to have a full jacuzzi hot tub with a cabana style area. Now, you're going to have seating all the way around the solarium. So if you are in one of those cooler weather destinations like Alaska, maybe up in the Baltic, you can utilize this space quite a bit. You've got the large comfy loungers wrapped all the way around. You're going to have seating looking out the side of the ship and also looking down at the pool area. Tucked in one corner, you're going to find the Solarium bar. Now they've got bar style seating, so you can belly up to the bar there, sit and have a drink, or you can have the drink delivered to any of the seating areas here inside. Now I did want to point out that this space is for those 16 and up, so it's really an adults only space, and that's important because Royal Caribbean is a family focused cruise line, and it's perfect to have different spaces dedicated to different members of the family. Now you can see the bar just behind me, and one little secret I wanted to point out, they do have an espresso maker up here, so if the coffee shop's a little bit busy, sometimes this is a great place to start your day. You can grab a coffee, head on out to the open deck, or enjoy this beautiful climate controlled area for a coffee as well. Tucked in the corner of the solarium, you'll find the Park Cafe. This is one of those fast casual options here on board. On boarding day, you can always start with that fantastic roast beef Kummelvel sandwich. It's one of our favorites. And then over on the side, you're gonna see they have a variety of sandwiches and dessert options, in addition to some great cookie options each and every single day. So you're also gonna have a seating area all the way along the side of the solarium. You also have a salad bar. You'll find the cookie station over there as well. I love to find all of them here on board. And then you can also have your salad made to order. Now, as we continue along, I wanted to point out the drink station. So you've got coffee, hot water here. You're also gonna have hot chocolate, different tea options, and then they've got the ice machine with different drinks. So they partner with Nestle on that Vitality water. Right now they have iced tea and lemonade. Sometimes they'll have the kiwi drink in there. Lots of different options. Now keep in mind in the morning, it'll usually start with some juices like orange juice and apple juice and progress throughout the day. So now we're up on deck 13 aft, and just behind me is the rock climbing wall. It was such a big hit when it debuted on the Voyager of the Seas. They've put it on every single ship since then. I know when I was younger, it was a blast competing with my brother. You want to get to the top and ring the bell, but they'll do different competitions, free climbs, but it's just another one of those complimentary options here on board. Now, a really cool thing is they have this bridge that's going to head all the way back to the aft of the ship. As we do, we've got the kids area just to the side. They've got this nice long water slide, pretty gentle for the smaller kids, a small kids splash pool. Now they're doing a major renovation over there right now, getting paint and getting it all ready to go as the ship relaunches back into service. You can see that area on our other tours of the different Radiance class ships. Now to the other side is the sport court. We'll take you down there in just a minute, but you can get a good view here where you've got a nice half court option from here. Now when we head further back, we're gonna get to one of my favorite spots on any cruise ship, one of my all-time favorite cruise activities, and that is miniature golf. So right here, they're gonna have the putters. You've got the ball right there as well. They've got the cards that tell you what's going on. Let's start off here with this hole 1 par 3. Now, one of the great things about miniature golf is you can do it any time of the day that you'd like, and it's a great family fun activity here. So I'm going to start here with a little bit of a layup. Let's see if I can get a bounce off that rock. Not too bad. So a little ways to go for that birdie. Right here. Look at that. Birdie on the first try. Now, do I press my luck and go for another one? All right, well, this is a par 2, so it might be a little bit more difficult here. This course is great because it wraps all the way around the back of the ship. It's like a giant horseshoe. It's also a phenomenal place to be while you're in some of the more scenic areas, so you can even come up here to check out the glaciers. All right, let's see which route. What do you think? Let's take the underside here. Yeah, I think I hit that a little too hard. All right, well, got a lot of chicken left on the bone there for that par. All right, let's see, on the fringe here. Nope. All right, now I'm back to normal. Let's see if I can get to even par for the round. I think I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. For me, par is ahead. Now I have so many different cruise memories on the sport court. This is a half court here. Play lots and lots of 3-on-3 here with the family. My dad was a basketball coach for over 40 years, one of the winningest coaches in California high school history. My brother and I both played for him, so we'd come up here and have to do a bit of free throw practice. Let's see if we've still got it here. Oh, no, that's about normal. We can also check and see if the bank's open. All right, well, that's open. All right, well, since I can't get the normal, I think we got to go with the Rick Barry style. What do you think? Here we go. Yep, that's about par for the course. Oh wait, that was the mini golf. Now just behind me on deck 12, you're gonna find Challenger's Arcade. It's a really nice large arcade. You can rock out to some Guitar Hero, play your favorite driving games. Now keep in mind that it does come at an additional cost. You can set that budget for your kids, but of course, if you're young at heart like me, you can go in and play there as well. Now you've got a Shuffleboard Court out here, and it's another one of those fantastic spots. It's usually hidden away here. You've got more lounge chairs behind me, and this is another great space to take advantage of the incredible ocean views. Now, as we wrap further around the app, I mentioned earlier that this ship is designed for Alaska and scenic cruising. This is just another one of those spots here up on deck 12. And then as you step further down onto deck 11, you're right in the aft of the Windjammer Buffet. I love the concept here that you're gonna have all kinds of different places to sneak away and have your own private spots as you take in the most incredible views. So a very unique option here on board the Radiance of the Seas is the Samba Grill. So it's a Brazilian style steakhouse. You can see the seating here. They've got tables for 2 and 4. They also have the nice buffet station in the middle where you can grab those small bites to start your meal. Now it's like you're gonna find at any Brazilian steakhouse. They have quite a few different meat options. They've got that pork loin, the sausage, the steak, the filet, lots of different options. And of course you can eat as much as you'd like. Now this particular space on the other Radiance class ships is Azumi. Azumi's in a little different spot here on board. Don't you forget, I will take you down there in just a minute here. But I just wanted to show this Brazilian steakhouse option. It's very popular, so you're gonna wanna reserve it as soon as you arrive. Now the buffet option here on board is the Windjammer Buffet. You can see behind me there is a ton of seating. It also extends around the side there and this side as well. So this is where you can come grab those quick items, whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They're gonna have it open throughout. Now you have different station setups. You've got grab and go items. Of course, you've got all those favorite buffet items, whether it's gonna be the salad bar or of course, any full meal option. I love the fact that they'll do quite a few options to order for you as well. You've got drink stations behind me on either side. You've got quite a few complimentary options with the coffee, tea, hot chocolate. You also have the different Nestle Vitality water and juices. As we head further back, you're gonna find the grill stations. You've got pizza on one side, hot dogs, hamburgers, and all those favorite classic Americana on the other. And then of course, you're gonna have the dessert station around the side. Now, whatever it is that you'd like, keep in mind this is that quick option where you can grab ultra casual. A lot of times when traveling with the family, this is my favorite spot to eat most meals. Now, those of you who've watched our channel for some time know that this is my favorite place here on board. This is Azumi Asian Cuisine. You're gonna have a full sushi bar set up. In fact, you can see they're just getting ready to set up for the evening service here. You've got all the chairs along the sushi bar. That's my favorite spot to go for pre-dinner sushi. And then sometimes I'll have post-dinner sushi as well too. When I was on the Wonder of the Seas last week, I actually dined 6 different times at Azumi. It really is my happy place. You've got all your favorite sushi and sashimi options. They've got a ton of great rolls. My favorite is the champagne lobster roll. Or is it the spider roll or the rainbow roll? I don't know. I love absolutely all of them. And you also have a wide variety of different Japanese options. My daughter loves the different chicken. So the chicken karagi is one of our favorite appetizers. You can also have that teriyaki beef or chicken. And they even were able to accommodate one of my colleagues that was gluten-free and seafood-free. It was pretty amazing what they were able to do. But this is a fantastic space. I believe it's the largest of all of the Azumis in the fleet. It wraps all the way around the far side there. You've got booth style seating over here. You can see that Japanese decor with the kimono just behind. And then as you wrap all the way around, you've got seating along the windows. And you've got more tables for 2 and 4. They can also put them together for larger groups. This is an incredibly popular option on here, and it does come at an additional cost. Now on the starboard side of the Windjammer outside, you're gonna find Rita's bar and cantina area. So you've got a full bar set up here. You'll have bar service throughout your cruise. And then you also have a great dining area on this side. Of course, you can utilize this space when dining in the Windjammer Buffet, heading over here or all the way to the aft. Now, one of the fantastic features of the Radiance class ships is the aft outdoor space of the Windjammer. So you can see there's a ton of seating out here, whether you're grabbing breakfast, you want that buffet option for lunch or dinner, you can grab your food just inside and head on outside to enjoy. They'll have the full drink service out here. It wraps all the way around, so it's a little bit more protected over on the far side. You can get a little bit of the wind, but for me, I love the aft of the ship. I love dining al fresco outside. This is a phenomenal fit. Now, a great feature that you'll find only here on the Radiance class ship is the Boardwalk Dog House. So this is a continuation over from how popular it was on the Oasis class ships. It's where you can find all kinds of different hot dog options. Here you're gonna have chicken and apple sausage, classic hot dogs, smoked Bavarian bratwurst, and Sicilian pork sausages, in addition to all of your favorite toppings. They've got those sauteed onions, and then of course all the different condiments. Another complimentary quick grab and go option. It's usually open from late in the morning until early in the evening each and every single day. This also is the overflow area where you can dine from the Windjammer Buffet. So now we're inside the Suite and Concierge Lounge. This is one of those places on board where the memories come flooding back for me. This used to be the Hollywood karaoke studio. They would use it as overflow for diamond lounges, and so we've utilized it for both with our times cruising on board the Radiance of the Seas. You can see the old stage up there at the front, but they've added quite a bit of seating area here. You've got seating area wrapped all the way around with a nice large booth seating, a few more up a level here, and just behind me is the most important part of the lounge. This is where the concierge is going to sit. They're going to be able to help you with all of your dining reservations. In fact, you can see the QR codes for all the specialty restaurants just behind me here. They'll also be able to advise on shore excursions and really take the entire experience to another level. Now, for me, what I love about this space is it's a fantastic social environment. So each and every single day, they're gonna have light bites set up here. In the breakfast, they'll have a continental breakfast. Later on throughout the day, they'll move it out. And then in the evening, they're gonna have that happy hour. Now, the bar's just on the other side here, but they'll have appetizers. You can utilize the espresso maker whenever you'd like here, 24 hours a day. And then you're also gonna have a wide variety of teas. Now, as we head around the corner, I'm going to take this ramp right up, and you're going to be able to take advantage of some incredible views from the upper area here. You've got tables and chairs right along the massive windows, and you've got the full bar just behind me here. So they'll have that full bar service for the happy hour in the evening, and then they'll also have service throughout the day here. Now, a great feature of this suite lounge is, of course, you have the incredible ocean views, but you're also going to have your own private outdoor space with the sun deck out there. Perfect place to have a nice cup of coffee or tea in the morning and enjoy the incredible views wherever in the world you're sailing. Now you're gonna have a beautiful diamond lounge here on board the Radiance. This is where those Crown and Anchor members who are diamond or higher can utilize the space throughout your cruise. You've got floor-to-ceiling windows all the way around the front here, overlooking the pool deck and also some side-facing views. And you can see they have all the tables and chairs set up. Now you can utilize your Diamond Concierge. They'll be seating right here to assist with reservations, and they can answer just about all your questions throughout your time here on board. Now on the far side there, you're gonna have a continental breakfast each and every single morning. They'll have light bites throughout the day, and then they'll do that diamond happy hour in the evening. You can utilize the espresso maker over on the side there, and they have a wide variety of coffees, teas, and also some hot chocolate that you can take advantage of. Now, when they do the diamond happy hour, one of the things that they will do sometimes is they can open up the doors there. That overflows to the other part of the lounge, so they can expand it and make it quite a bit larger. Oh, wait, sorry. We're getting started up here in the Star Quest Lounge and Disco. Once again, so many incredible memories on board this ship, quite a few right here on the dance floor. You've got the full DJ booth behind me. They're gonna be rocking out here in the evening, but they utilize this space throughout the day. You can see, like I mentioned, a nice large dance floor here. You've got large television screens on the side. You also have this bar style seating where you can sit, and even if you don't wanna participate in the dancing, you can go back to the 7th grade dance and sit right on the sidelines and watch everybody else. Now you've got more of that bar style seating here, and the lounge really opens up. One of the signature features is here right in the middle. It was the very first one ever on a cruise ship. You have a rotating bar. It was introduced on the Radiance of the Seas. If I was standing right on here, it's gonna slowly move around. Now the bar itself doesn't move, of course, inside, if you have the bartenders inside there, but the bar is gonna gently move around with you along with the bar top, so you can have your drink with a different view each and every single minute. It goes really slow, but it's a really unique and cool feature. Now on the far side, you're gonna have lounge style seating with those big round booths. You've got quite a bit of seating all along the window. Now we're in the crown of the ship. Of course, it's one of those signatures of Royal Caribbean. You can see a Royal Caribbean ship from a long ways away because they all have these beautiful crowns. They have an enormous amount of light with these floor to ceiling windows. My wife likes to sneak up here during the day. It's perfect for sewing. It's also a great lounge space in the evening. Now, in addition to the dance floor behind me, you're also gonna have a piano. So at cocktail hour, they'll have the pianist playing. They'll really have that nice ambiance there. And you can utilize this space, like I said, throughout the day. Now, a little bit further down, you're gonna have the lounge style seating here, tables for 2 and 4. You can grab a cocktail in the evening, and then all along the front, you're also gonna have the booth style seating, looking down over the pool area. Now, at the very top of the atrium, you're gonna find the loyalty desk. For all of you loyal Crown and Anchor members, this is where you can go to learn a little bit more about the benefits that come with your tier, and they can answer any questions for you as well. Now, one of the unique features here is you're gonna have all this lounge space all around me, but if you look directly down through the window, you can see all the way down to deck 4, 8 floors below. Now, the Adventure Ocean program is Royal Caribbean's Kids Club program. For me personally, I have so many incredible memories, starting as a young child getting to utilize the Adventure Ocean program, and now my daughter gets to use it as well. On board this ship, they start as young as 6 months old, and it goes all the way up to the 17-year-olds. They have it segmented apart so that there's an incredible activity, something fun and interesting and engaging going on for every single member of the family throughout your entire cruise. I was a middle school teacher for over a decade, and I know for sure that when every member of the family has something awesome to do, it's gonna be a fun family vacation for all. Now we're gonna take you through all of the different Adventure Ocean spaces, starting with Royal Babies and Tots. Now, just inside the Royal Babies and Tots, you can see what it's all about. It's for the littlest kiddos here on board. In fact, my daughter started cruising when she was just over 6 months old, and now that she's just a little bit over 6 years old, she has so many incredible cruise memories already. You can see all the age-appropriate toys here on the ground. They're also gonna have the rocking chairs here, and tucked just on the other side of there is the nap station. Now, what makes a Royal Caribbean cruise is the crew members, and those who work in the Adventure Ocean absolutely love what they do. They all have a background in child development and child safety. They've chosen to be here to take the kids' experience to another level so every single member of the family can have a great time. In Royal Babies and Tots, they will change diapers. They'll also feed the kiddos. They'll put them down for naps. And they even have the strollers in here. Those of you who are a parent, definitely remember rocking back and forth whatever way you could to get the kiddos to go to sleep. And it blows my mind how incredibly good they are at it. So in addition to all the different toys, they're gonna have a wide variety of books. They'll read to the little ones, and then they also are gonna have the TV for a little bit of movie time. Now we're headed into the main part of the Adventure Ocean Center, and I just wanted to point out, you're definitely gonna wanna come up here on boarding day. As your parent guardian, you're gonna need to come and sign the kids in. They'll go over all the details of the times that they're open, how it all works, but even more importantly, you need to sign up who can pick the kiddos up and drop them off. On our last cruise on the Wonder of the Seas, I signed up our close family friends and my parents, so if one of us was maybe at dinner or doing something else, they can come grab my daughter and head out and enjoy the ship. Now, once again, this is the check-in area here, and the first area that we're gonna check out is the area dedicated to the 3 to 5-year-olds. They have these safety gates at each and every single stop, so I have to press the button that of course the kids can't reach, but this is how they're gonna make sure that they're extra safe here on board. Now in this space, once again, they're gonna have age-appropriate toys. You can see they have some fun toys right here on the table. They'll of course do arts and crafts, sometimes different science experiments, and really try to get to every single kid so that they're fully engaged. You've got a reading corner over here on the side there, and then as we wrap further around, all of this is where you're gonna find the different art supplies, craft supplies. I know my daughter on her last cruise, each and every single day, she'd come back with something that she had created and was incredibly proud of. Now, just around the corner here, they also have this nice seating area. They have some more lockers up here with all the different things that they'll have for the kids. Once again, this particular area is 3 to 5, and in each and every single one of the areas, they're gonna have a dedicated restroom so the kids don't have to leave the space. Once again, it's the perfect size for them. So next up is the much larger area dedicated to the 6 to 11-year-olds. In here, they've got a little arts and crafts area. They're also gonna have a nice large reading station. They've got a bunch of books. And then as we wrap further around, you're gonna find several video game stations. They're gonna absolutely love it. And what you'll see once again in this space, there's something for everyone. So it really opens up to a nice large space here. They'll set up for different games. You also have the TV station just behind here. They've got quite a few of the bean bags. They'll put them out here for movie time. They'll also do full sporting events here, maybe a little soccer. You see a basketball hoop over there. They'll do bowling and all kinds of different activities. So whether your kid is right brain or their left brain, there's sure to be something that they love. The full wall there is where you're going to find all the different arts and crafts activities. They'll also do things that focus on science and math. The whole idea is to bring together education and fun so you can continue to grow as a student, as a human, and have a blast on vacation. There's lots of seating areas here. Also, just behind us is where you're going to find the basketball court and the kids' water area. So it's a really nice combo of that they can utilize those spaces as well. You've got a couple more video game stations over on the side here. They have tables that they'll set up here for the arts and crafts. And then over on the far side, they even have a wall where they'll put up all the different art projects. So you can see the other side of the arts and crafts station here, and then as we continue around, you're going to have more of the library. So every one of these has different things tucked away behind there, different fun activities. And then you're also going to have a couple sinks that they can utilize for craft time. This fantastic space is the Optics Teen Club. So this is where you'll find the 12 to 17-year-olds. Now keep in mind that they will do activities around the ship as well. They'll utilize the sports court and other deck areas for this age group. But what this is all about is having them have that adult style experience, of course, in a fun and safe manner. So you've got a full dance floor here in the middle. You even have a DJ booth set up. Right around the corner, they've got a video game station. You can see they've got the Nintendo Switch set up for them right now. Up above the dance floor, they're going to have all the different lights like you would for a disco, and seating all around as well. You've got the foosball table tucked over here in the corner, some nice large wraparound seating here as well. And then as we head further around, they actually used to do full mocktails and all kinds of different drinks here. They really don't utilize this space that much anymore, but you can see the bar stool seating is another place to hang out, and they can even use it for arts and crafts. You're gonna have a dartboard here. On the far side, you have another video game station. You can see they've got the Wii set up. They also have Xbox. Now they're gonna engage them in all kinds of different fun and educational activities, but once again, there's a dedicated space for each and every single member of the family, so everyone can have a great time on vacation. Now we're inside one of the locker rooms here. So you've got the lockers. Of course, they're going to give you a robe so you can get ready for that spa treatment. And one great thing about this class of ships is that you're going to have a sauna and steam room that are complimentary. Now there's going to be one for the gents and one for the ladies. I'll head inside the gentleman one here. You're going to have your sink and several different shower options that you can utilize. And then to my right, you're going to have the sauna here. This is an adults only space. And then you also have a full steam room. These are complimentary to utilize for anyone here on board while you're sailing. Now your spa journey is going to start with the Relaxation Room. It's the place where you can get in that Zen mindset. They're going to have you fill out a little bit of paperwork so you can communicate with your therapist exactly what you like, don't like, so they can customize it perfectly for you. They're going to have different waters, infused juices, and things like that that you can utilize before or after your treatment. So now we're inside one of the double treatment rooms here. It's that perfect place to have a nice couples massage for two. You can have different treatments or the same, but it's a great option. Maybe the kiddos at the kids club. You can come here to celebrate an anniversary, a romantic moment, or just to get away and relax. Now we're inside one of the solo treatment rooms here. This is a world-class spa. You can get all kinds of different massage options. My personal favorite's either the deep tissue or the hot stones. You can also take advantage of facials, different styles of Medi Spa as well. They have acupuncturists. I love that. If you're on one of those shore excursions, you want to have some relaxation when you get back, you can utilize that process, or a full Medi Spa to choose from. Up from the spa, you can actually access it through a stairway through the spa or come in the front from the midship elevator. You're gonna find the gym. So you've got the dumbbells over on the side there. You also have benches and a Smith machine. And then as we head further in, you're gonna find all the different cardio options. You've got the bikes all around the side here. I like these seated ones. You've got other styles of bikes just behind me, ellipticals, and a wide variety of treadmills that look out the front of the ship. Now, right in the middle, you're gonna have a nice, large aerobic studio area. They do have classes. It's at an additional fee and they do fill up. So make sure you head on up and explore it on the first day. They can tell you all those details. Now you've got medicine balls, you've got yoga mats, you've got a bunch of things that you can utilize. And of course, you can use this space as you like throughout your time on board. They're also gonna have spin class, and then on the far side, they're gonna have all the different circuit machines. So essentially, you can do just about any of the exercises that you can with the gym at home here on board. Now, one of these great treatments that my wife and I really love is the Razul room. So you can rent this out essentially. They've got a full shower with the Swiss shower in here. And then you also have your own mud room. They're gonna give you all kinds of different muds and salts, seaweed, things like that that you can apply to your skin. Once again, a great thing to do with a spouse, or if you just wanna throw a little mud around, it's a lot of fun for that as well. So now we're inside the spa here on board. It is a world-class spa with a wide variety of treatments. They also have some fantastic retail options, so you can take advantage of those duty-free prices. Now, my high recommendation is always to stop by on the first day. They'll be happy to give you a full tour of the space, the different treatment rooms, the relaxation room, and of course, you can check out that incredible thermal suite. Now, that is an additional cost. We'll take you over there in just a minute, but keep in mind that on sea days, and sometimes around those times when you're getting back on and off the ship, it can get a little bit busier, so you're gonna wanna book those treatments first. Now, the thermal suite here on board does come at an additional cost, but it's one of my family's favorite to utilize. Now, first up, you're gonna have a hot steam room. So they've got several different options in here where you can essentially do a circuit. You've got the aromatic suite. One thing that's super unique about that is you do have some windows looking out to the ocean. So it'll have eucalyptus, lavender, different kinds of aromas in there. Now, as we wrap around, you're gonna have this ice area here, and then you're also gonna have several different tropical rain shower options. So you've got one right here to the side and another on the far side. Now, you're also gonna have the mild steam room right in the middle, another one of those locations where you can take advantage of the fantastic ocean views. But one of my favorite spots in any thermal suite is the hot stone loungers. I've had some back issues for quite a few years. I love to utilize these and of course take advantage of those views. But after a nice shore excursion, maybe you come in here, sit back, relax. You can go through the circuits here. Also, of course, you can utilize the gym to have that full spa experience. So now we're inside the beauty salon. You can get a full hair renovation if you like. You can have coloring. They do all kinds of different options. They've got the full barber shop set up behind here as well. So you've got the hair stations just in front. You're gonna have the pedicure stations there. I love that they've got the big bowls for even my gigantic size 15 feet. And then you're also gonna have the manicure stations in here. This is the place where you can come to pamper yourself. Once again, on sea days, this does fill up a little bit quicker. And then of course, on the formal nights, a lot of people will make that reservation so they can come and get done up before you head on out. So now we're inside the beautiful Aurora Theater, named after the Aurora Borealis, one of those things that you might see on an Alaska cruise. You can see here it's set up in stadium style. So you've got the stage just behind me with that beautiful, beautiful curtain. You're also gonna have the stairs that go up to the box seats. Now these are all first come, first serve. A lot of times those do go very, very quickly. Now all the way up, you're gonna have seating here. You also have the stadium style wrapped all the way down below. And right in the middle below the sound booth, that's actually all reserved for suites. So it's one of those reasons you wanna upgrade to the suite. Now if you wanna see all the fantastic suites that they have here on board this ship, we've got all the rooms and suites on the channel, so you can pick the perfect one for you and coordinate that with your Harr travel advisor. Now they're gonna have full production shows in here. They usually have a couple of them that they'll utilize throughout the cruise. So this is gonna be full production, singing, dancing, costumes, and all of that fantastic music. Now in addition to that, they'll also bring on special performers, especially on the longer cruises. You'll have comedians, jugglers, different kinds of educational options. They can utilize this theater for just about anything. Now keep in mind that we do coordinate a lot of large groups and conferences. We've utilized this space as well for those types of activities. Now, something that you used to find on a lot of cruise ships that you very seldom find anymore is a dedicated movie theater. Just behind me is the cinema. You've got stadium style seating. They'll have first run movies in here in addition to quite a few classics. Once again, you can utilize that at no additional cost. One of those signatures of Royal Caribbean is have so many different complimentary activities on board. Now just behind me, you're gonna find the Quill and Compass Pub. It's a great social gathering space. It's a British pub style concept. So you've got some pub seating just out front here. And then just inside, you're gonna find that old school style pub. You've got the large bar where they have all the different bar drinks and several beers on tap. You're also gonna have seating with the low tops and also the high pub tops as well. Now in the corner, they're always gonna have a musician each and every single evening, usually playing the guitar. You can sing along and they'll usually take all your requests. Once again, it's a fantastic social experience. On the far side, you're also gonna have the dartboard so you can get together with some friends, make some new friends and have a little bit of competition. Now, something that you'll find on every Royal Caribbean ship and most cruise ships at sea is a casino. Now, this is a really nice large casino for a ship this size. It's got all of your favorite slot machines, the new digital ones, and all your favorite table games. You've got roulette just behind me here. You're gonna have blackjack here, 3-card poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, one of my favorites. And then on the far side, you're gonna find more blackjack, another roulette table, and the craps table. Now keep in mind, you always wanna gamble responsibly. You can talk to any of the crew members if you have any questions about that. But what you have here, like I said, is a nice large Vegas style casino. Right in the middle, you're gonna find the full bar. So you've got bar seating that wraps all the way around. They'll be able to provide bar service throughout your time here in the casino as well. Now at the very aft, you're gonna have the Colony Club. You have the full bar over to the side there. You also have a full dance floor right here in the middle, along with the full band setup on the far side. Now tucked in the very far corner there, you're gonna have the chef's table. It's a really exquisite dining experience, multiple courses paired with wine. You've got the sound booth here for the dance floor, and then you also have another bar in the very, very aft of the ship. So you're gonna have all the tables and chairs wrapped around here. It's a really nice large space, whether they're doing a dance number, maybe playing bingo, or any of the trivias. But my favorite spot is always the aft of the ship, and this is a phenomenal place to be. Now I head on board a Royal Caribbean ship and I start to get that hint of wood. I know that in my favorite nautical space, it is the schooner bar. So as you walk in here, it's unique that they have this beautiful entrance area, and now we're gonna head into the bar itself. Now, a schooner, of course, is one of those old school ships that sailed in the Caribbean hundreds and hundreds of years ago. In fact, just behind me, you can see one of the flag stations. You'll see this in each and every bridge on board a cruise ship. As they enter a different port, you put the flag up for the port to supplement the one that you fly yourself. Now, of course, every schooner bar has two things. You're gonna have the piano over on the far side, and of course, the bar itself. I love that this one has a really nice large wraparound bar, so you're gonna have bar seating up above and bar seating down below. But like every other part of the ship, it's all about the crew. Now this is probably my favorite bar on any Royal Caribbean ship because of the size of the schooner bar here on the Radiance class. Now as we continue along, you're gonna have a couple of the different specialty restaurants. We just passed Chops, you've got Giovanni's Table. I'll take you in there in just a minute, but I wanted to take you to the far side to the piano. Now what I love about this is you can head and sit right at the piano there. You're gonna have sing-alongs. In fact, our all-time favorite is Mr. Matt Yee himself. If you've been on board a Royal ship, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But just behind me, you're gonna have the piano. You can sit, do the sing-along in the evening. They'll even usually have an adult sing-along a little bit later in the evening as well. But a ton of lounge style seating where you can get together with friends, make brand new friends, and then it also continues on to the Colony Club in the very back. So you can see here that this deck is all about entertainment. And as we get to the final space that we're gonna check out, you're gonna find something that really only exists on the Radiance class of ships. That are the Gyro pool tables. So you've got two of them right here. And what makes them so unique is they're always flat with the earth. So maybe you're doing a transatlantic crossing or you're sailing in a place where it might be slightly more nautical, you can still play pool here. Those are gonna stay even at all times, though you might see the table moving just a little bit. It was a brand new feature on the Radiance, and as far as I know, it only exists on the Radiance class of ships. There's two of them here, and all you have to do is ask the bartender. They can get you the balls and access to the pool cues. Now on either side of the schooner bar, you're gonna find specialties. Behind me is the old school Chops Grill. It's that classic steakhouse experience. You've got all your favorite classic styles of steak. My favorite is the ribeye. All the different sides that you've come to love and expect, including that pork belly and of course the massive shrimp cocktail. Now on the other side, you're gonna find Giovanni's Table. It's an Italian restaurant. Every cruise ship, every all-inclusive always has Italian because it's gonna have all of your favorites for every member of the family. Now this is also where they're gonna do the suite breakfast, a highly upgraded experience and just one more reason to upgrade to a suite. Now this beautiful two-story space is Cascades Restaurant. It's named after the large water feature down in front of me here. They also are gonna have a full baby grand piano there to serenade the incredible dining experience here on board. It is 2 stories. They serve exactly the same food on both, and you can choose between anytime dining, which they call my time dining. You can pick and go anywhere from about 5:30 to 9:30 each and every single day, or you can have that classic set dining experience where you're gonna bond with your waiter or waitress the very first day and stick with them throughout the cruise. But what's so great about cruise dining is you can have what you want. You can try as many options as you like. In fact, I've found some of my favorite dishes on board cruise ships that I may not have ordered on land because I hadn't had them before. It's that great place to expand your palate, dig in and have a great social experience, and of course the dining that Royal's known for. So now we're in the Grand Atrium here. It's one of the signatures of the Radiance class of ships. You've got a nice large dance floor here in the middle. You've got a full bandstand. They'll do music each and every single evening and oftentimes throughout the day as well. They'll use this entire space for different styles of entertainment. They can also use it for different things during the day for educational purposes as well. So what you'll see is you have quite a bit of seating. You've got the couches and the chairs, perfect little social spaces. You've got some tucked off into the corners as well too. Now you've got this beautiful glass staircase here. It's used for pictures during formal night. In fact, I have some from my family from almost 20 years ago on that very staircase there. Now just behind, you're gonna find the large bar. So it's a full bar that they have here. They're gonna provide service all throughout the area down below. And then you're also gonna find the passenger services desk off to the side in addition to the shore excursions desk. Now my high recommendation is to utilize those spaces not on the first or last day. It tends to be a little bit more crowded then as people are boarding and learning about the ship, but that's where they can take care of all the details to do with money, any questions that you would have for the front desk of a hotel. It's the same thing that they can take advantage of. Now keep in mind for the shore excursions, we always recommend that you pre-book them before you arrive here on board. They can answer all your questions here and you can still book or change, but some of those most highly rated ones do sell out early on. Now when this ship was built, this was a beautiful open space that didn't exist on too many other ship classes. You got the beautiful glass elevators. Of course, the elevators continue on the other side as well, where you're gonna have the glass elevators looking out at the incredible ocean views. Now from here you can get an angle of just above us. The floor right above is where you're gonna find the Latitudes coffee shop. It's also where you're gonna find the next cruise desk. And there's several different other spaces as you follow up. Now in some of them people will sit, those little areas that kind of stick off the side, they've got some chairs in there. It's perfect to sit and take advantage of the music without being all the way down here on the ground floor. Now just a floor up on deck 5 is where you're gonna find the coffee shop. So it's the Latitudes coffee shop right here. You can take advantage of lots of different options from your beverage package. They have a full bar along with all your favorite coffees and sodas. Over here, you're gonna have complimentary options to choose from. They've got some wraps and sandwiches during the day. It's also where you're gonna find the cookies. I'll stop by here a few dozen times. You also have a variety of desserts. Now they'll move that, it'll be a little bit different each and every part of the day. Now you're gonna have seating areas that extend around the side of the atrium so you can sit and watch down below or listen to the music. And then tucked in the corner here, you're gonna find that full coffee shop style setup. So you've got tables with those bar style chairs that are looking out at the incredible ocean views. And right in the middle here, you're gonna have your condiment station where they've got all the Splendas and sugars and all the things you may wanna add to your coffee. Right next door, you'll find one of my favorite spots on the ship. It is the next cruise desk. The best place to book your next cruise is, of course, while you're on board the current cruise. You're gonna head home being super excited that the fun's gonna continue on to a later time. But in addition to that, you can take advantage of some options that are only available here on board. You can get a discount or a bonus onboard credit as your travel advisor. As soon as you arrive home, we can take care of all the details from there. Now you can also buy an open cruise certificate where you have 60 days to pick the destination that you're going to. We can guide you through that process as well. Just let them know that you'd like to work with Harr Travel going forward, and we can handle all the details for your cruise so that you get the most value out of your experience. Now on the other side of the lobby, you're gonna find the Internet Cafe here. This is the Voom Internet Desk where they can get you all set up when you board. Now keep in mind you can get some promotions before you board where it's a little bit discounted. It is the fastest internet at sea, but you'll find it a bit faster on the newer ships. Now up on deck 6 overlooking the atrium, you're gonna have the champagne bar. Now this used to exist in every Royal Caribbean ship. It's starting to go away and becoming a little bit more popular with the robot bar and other bars, but for me, I've always enjoyed my time at the champagne bars. You have a Danny size champagne bottle right here. This goes back to the one that they crushed against the hull here when they christened the ship. Now in here, you're gonna have quite a bit of space. I find it to be a little less utilized than some of the other bars. You've got these nice large couch areas here. You're also gonna have the chairs that look across. So you have little social areas tucked away for 2, 4, or 6. And then right here in the middle, you're gonna have that full bar. Now something that I really like is that you've got a bar facing out towards those incredible ocean views. You can imagine as you're sailing through Alaska or one of those scenic areas. And then you also have bar seating on the other side looking back. You're gonna have extended seating all along the windows here. For me personally, on a sea day or a day when we're going through the glaciers, it's one of those great places to cozy up, maybe have a hot chocolate, or you can have one of those coffees with a bit of libation in it as well, and take advantage of the amazing views. Now on deck 9, you're gonna find the library. I love that they still have a library here on board with real tangible books. I've found some of my favorite books to read while at sea. Now this ship does do some longer cruises, which is fantastic to find a brand new book. They have a full reference section. You can learn about the areas you're visiting. You can see they have a nice reading area here where you can sit. You'll have a little bit of the overflow from the music coming up from the atrium. And as we head further in, it's a really nice, large, expansive library. You've got reading chairs all the way around, and you also have a nice social reading space right here in the middle. One other thing that you can always find, they'll have daily Sudoku and trivia where you can grab and check the answers the next day and compete a little bit with your fellow cruisers. Now up on deck 10, you'll find the Seven Hearts Card Lounge. Now some of the classic activities on board a cruise ship is of course to do a puzzle. You've got different games here like chess, checkers, Scrabble, cards. You can play some hand and foot, 31, Rummy, whatever your favorite card game is, it's a great place to come together. Now for me personally, it's all about Trivial Pursuit because I like a little bit of competition. And when you see me on board, I think maybe we should have a game or two. So now we're in the shops of the Centrum. This is where you can take advantage of all those duty-free options. You've got some high-end options with handbags and jewelry on the far side. Right in the middle, they're gonna have pop-up shops where they'll do inch of gold and different sales throughout your cruise. Make sure you pay attention to that. And then on this side, you're gonna have the general store. You can find alcohol and different tobacco products in there, sundries, candy, things that you may have left behind. Now I mentioned duty-free. All of these options are duty-free when you're sailing in international waters. It's one of the allures of shopping on board a cruise ship because so much of the options you pay for at home are also high with different taxes. So a lot of people will stock up while they're on board. In addition to that, you're gonna have the art and photo gallery. They're gonna take pictures throughout your cruise as you'd like. You can come here to purchase all of them, check out the perfect one for you. And they also have a wide variety of print options. You're gonna have a full store here, so if you need a memory card, a battery, or you wanna buy a new camera, GoPro, binoculars, they're gonna have a wide variety here. Now you'll also find the Park West Art Gallery. A lot of our customers do purchase art on board, once again duty free. And then tucked just around the corner behind me is where you'll find the Conference Center. It's one of those spaces you can take advantage of if you're having a meeting at sea. Now the Radiance class of ships have a beautiful outdoor promenade. It's fantastic for viewing areas throughout the world. Once again, the glaciers, the fjords. It's also a great place to sit and relax on a sea day. So you're gonna have these lounge chairs out here where you can come, take in those incredible ocean breezes and the ever-changing ocean views. First off, thank you so much for spending your time with us today here on board the beautiful Radiance of the Seas. This ship was purpose-built for cruising through the scenic areas of the world, and it's a perfect fit for so many of our customers. It may be a little bit smaller than the Oasis class ships or the Quantum class ships, but it really does have all of my favorites and some things that those ships don't have to offer either. You've got the Atrium just behind me. We've toured through all the bars, restaurants, kids clubs, all the different entertainment and dining venues. You're sure to find something perfect for you here on board. Now, when you're ready to book this incredible ship or any room or suite on Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, or Silver Sea, make sure you reach out to Harr Travel. We are your cruise experts. We know the spaces inside and out. We have an amazing relationship with the cruise lines, and we know that we can help craft the cruise vacation of a lifetime for you, your friends, family, or group at an incredible value, and get the Harr Travel signature service every step of the way. Yeah, another gin and tonic. See you in a bit.